Like, hey, sorry. My bad, y'all. Did not mean to say that last comment. But anyways, welcome to the show. It is us, the Young Melanated Council. Woo, woo, woo. Yes, we are still young. We are forever young. That's what Jay-Z said.
Forever young.
Steady sample. Typically, we're typically live on Tuesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and wherever else you're at within the world, y'all figure that out. I don't got the brain whip to do that. Everything else, be sure to like, subscribe, enjoy the show. Feel free to comment. Everything else, yada, 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 self-explanatory. I know it's been a long day, but we're in November, one of my favorite months out of this whole goofy year. One of my favorite months, not only because I was born in this month, not only because of election month, not only because of Thanksgiving, but for today's topic is part of the fall months. And so we're going to dive into, let's talk about fall. And I know, Elle, you're in just South Florida.
Yeah, we don't get fall.
No. We just get, what do you guys get down there?
Just like less hot. You know, the weather's been getting less hot. I don't know if it's a cold front or if it's, a sign of the season. But every time I look at the weather and it's like under 70, I have to like step outside just to feel it.
Oh, wow.
It's like, what? This is what 69 feels like?
69?
That's how far down it goes.
I'm dead. What?
I don't care how funny that sounds.
Yeah, that sounded all kinds of funny.
I know. It's like I kind of say that's how low it goes. That's how.
Yeah, when you said goes down, I was like, oh Lord, oh no.
That's how low the temperature goes. It's 69. It looks like it's gonna get to 60 next, like this Saturday or next cool. Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, when it says that, that's usually like 3 or 4 a.m. when no one's awake. It's like, yeah, that's technically the low, but that doesn't really count. Like 4 people are actually awake at that time.
Oh, I'm dead. You said what time is that again?
It like usually when they set has like the highs and the lows of the day.
Yeah.
The highs are, like during the day, like anywhere between noon and 4 or 5 o'clock can be the high, unfortunately. But then the lows are like 3 to 5 a.m. would be like the lowest low.
Yeah, no one's really outside.
Right. Yeah, exactly. No one's really awake unless you're, like if you're like a truck driver or if you just wake up super early to work out.
True.
Then you might experience the 60-degree weather that we've heard so much about. But there has been some times, like in the past couple of days, it's actually gotten under 70 degrees and I was awake because it was at a reasonable hour. And I went outside and I enjoyed it a bit. It still felt humid, so it was not the nicest, but it was like, ooh, I could like wear a long sleeve and that would be okay in this weather.
Oh my God. Sheesh.
It gets so hot.
Yes. I made that mistake once before. Never wear long sleeves in Florida. Never.
I just feel the sweat as we're talking. Oh God.
Because it's a different kind of heat. Because it's the humidity adds to it. So like it's like the clothes stick to you, and like you feel like even after a shower and like you go outside for like 30 minutes, especially in the summer, it just feels like you need another shower. It's like, did I even shower? Like, no, I just feel so gross.
I ditto what she says. Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, it was terrible. Like, why? Why? And mind you, going through water, holy crap, I probably drunk the most water in that one day that probably could have survived me a few days if I was living in Michigan. I drunk so much water in Florida. It wasn't even funny. I felt like a fish.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Because you're sweating it out so much.
Dude, yeah.
Mm.
Dude, yes. But still, it was like, huh. But, now that I'm back here, Michigan, and for all my other Michigan watchers, y'all feel my pain. And anybody that lives in the Midwest, you feel my pain when I'm about to say this. But when you wake up in the morning and the temperature says it's 60, but when you walk outside, it feels like 40 because of the wind chill. Yeah, it feels like 40. Like even today, the temperature for today, I think the high was like 50, 55. And the low, let me pull it up.
Jeez,
The low
high was
is
55.
No, I take that back. The high was 44. The high was 44 degrees. With the wind chill, it felt like 40. Right now it's 39 degrees with the wind chill. It's 38 degrees. So it's barely above freezing. Barely. And even like tomorrow, the high is like 44. The low is going to be 30 degrees. So if anybody is outside and if you're not properly dressed, yeah, you gonna feel it.
You gonna feel something.
You gonna feel something, and you don't want to be out there.
Nope.
You don't want to be out there. But again, this is fall time in Michigan. Typically it snows on Halloween here in Michigan. It typically snows on Halloween, and if it doesn't snow, it's like pouring down rain, but again, with the wind blowing, it makes it not even worth trick-or-treating. That happened to me once. I was like, nope. That's for the birds and the bees. Like, nah, ain't no way. I actually felt bad for the trick-or-treaters. Yeah. I think over here in Michigan felt bad. And like just gave them like, just take the candy, just go. Like, bye. It was like, ugh. What about you, Toby?
So here in Mass, I could relate to what you said about snowing. I mean, I've only been in Mass for a little less than 3 years. This will be my third fall that I've been here. And really only one of them was pre-COVID, which is kind of really weird to say that I've been in Massachusetts longer during COVID than not. Which also means that I've been working full-time more during COVID than not. Even though like I'm not like fresh out of college because I graduated undergrad in 2016, but just with the course of life, it's like, oh my God, I've really been working longer in COVID time. Like fresh out of college. I want to say it was like a year and 2 months maybe that I got to work before COVID hit. But anyway, the point is that like with fall, I haven't experienced many falls pre-COVID. So like going out and actually socializing, I only had one chance of doing that. And I did go to like a Halloween. It was like a nice little Halloween party at like a concert venue, I guess, in Cambridge. So like it was good vibes. People were dressed up. I didn't do trick or treating or anything like that, but I do remember it snowed. I'm pretty sure I don't remember 2019, but last year it actually snowed like maybe a week before Halloween or a few days. I remember this TikTok that went viral that was like, yeah, welcome to Massachusetts. You see this? You see all this snow? And it was like a lot of snow. Like if I could find that TikTok and share it, I will. But it was not like a trivial amount of snow. I was like, how is this happening already? Like, I don't even know if it was below 32. So the snow may not have stuck for a very long time, but like it was definitely snowing. Like I'm actually surprised. Like this year, relatively, we seem to be warmer right now. Like yeah, it was definitely getting cold a bit over the past few weeks, but it didn't touch anything of snow. I got 37 was like the lowest I think that I got like a week or two ago. But like no snow is on the horizon that I know of. But that definitely happened last year. So fall time for some might be like this nice cooler area, but for us it can get blistering. But so far it hasn't been too terrible in terms of the snow. Back in Maryland where my family lives, I mean, I remember it a few times snowing before Halloween. That was not as common. In fact, it's actually very uncommon to snow even before Christmas in Maryland. And it's not like it's super warm. It's just, I think just the weather patterns, like the snow doesn't really hit until like after New Year's pretty consistently. Like I never really grew up with a white Christmas. I only saw that on TV and whatever. Like I never saw it snow until like maybe college, maybe high school, maybe when I was younger a few times, but consistently it wasn't until college-ish snow for the first time after basically the New Year. So in Massachusetts, of course, it's easier to see snow before the New Year. But even my first year here, I don't remember if it snowed that much pre-New Year. I just remember 2020 hit, and then all of a sudden I had to deal with snow. I had a car. I never had a car before until like mid-2019. So having to deal with the car in that time is also... I know, we're not in winter. This is even a winter snap. Or sorry, a winter stream. This is not a winter episode, but we might as well be because of
winter snap.
I know Snapchat was on my mind, but I would say though in general, like I have been getting my longer sleeve items out. I've been trying to get my not my winter coat because that's too much now, but I've been getting jackets, like light jackets. I still wear t-shirts, like even now. I was talking off stream before the stream started about how it's kind of hot in this apartment for whatever reason. So I'm literally wearing like a t-shirt, even though it's supposed to be like a low of 33 today outside. So I still wear my t-shirts outside because oftentimes, depending on where I'm going, the weather is not great enough that like if I wear a long sleeve shirt, like I can start sweating underneath that shirt, even without a jacket. Yeah, with a jacket, without a jacket. But I like to wear like a t-shirt just because it gives me more flexibility. I can wear a jacket over it, take off the jacket if it's hot. But if it gets too warm inside, then the long sleeve shirt, you're just suffering. I don't know. Like, I don't love the cold, but I kind of adapt to it better than a lot of other people, I think. Because even when I tell people I'm up here, like, oh my gosh, you're in Boston area? Like, it's so cold. Like, what? And I'm like, yeah, but it's really not that bad. Like, compared to where you are on, like, in Midwest, oh my God, I'll take the Northeast over the Midwest any day, I feel like. Like, it's just brick for no reason over there. Chicago, especially. Like Boston, yeah, it can get cold, but like I don't know, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, didn't like Chicago break a record a couple years ago? Like it was like one of the cold. If it wasn't it was like one of the coldest places, or like they had like a deep freeze or something.
Like a wind vortex cold, ooh, like a negative 60 with the wind chill or something.
Ooh, yeah.
I was like, is that even humanly possible to happen in like the U.S.? Or like in like areas that are not remote? I was like, how is this like a city of tens of thousands of people and it's like negative 50, 60? That just blew my mind that could happen in an area that wasn't like Canada or the Arctic.
I'd say it's like millions of people. Like we're...
Yeah, sorry. No, yeah. I meant tens
if like hundreds of thousands, if not millions. Like it was...
I meant tens of millions. Because it's the same scale of like New York City and LA. But
yeah, negative 60. Oh my God.
And that just makes you not want to even go outside for fall. Like, what is that? Like there's plenty of activities, which is of course a big part of today's topic. But some of those activities are less like appealing when the weather ends up getting this cold. Which is like, even with like, global warming and everything, it's just more of an extreme, a shift in the extremes. Like things get colder faster, for longer sometimes, and then it gets hotter in the summer. So it's just like more extreme overall. So right now it seems to not be as cold this year as last, but I know one popular thing, which you can do it's a summer activity, but I never did it, is hiking. It actually is pretty popular to do it when it gets cool. Not too cold, but cool, especially during the day. If it's like in the 50s, right? You can wear something like light, have a jacket, of course, for the exposure, but you don't need something like too crazy. But hiking there is nice because you don't have to deal as much with the bugs, I don't think. You get to like have better stamina because you're not like dying. Like, because in general, you probably want to be a bit covered because you might brush up against things. You could get scratched. There's, of course, bugs. There's everything. So like being completely unexposed, like even if it's like really hot, like 80s, 90s, 100s, hiking, and you're wearing like basically nothing, that's not really, I feel like that's safe just because you don't want to be that exposed when you're going through. So I think the fall time is actually a great time to do hiking because you have an excuse to put on more layers,
Yes.
which will protect you against just various elements in like the foliage, especially if there's, God forbid, like poison ivy or other types of things that scratch you and cause reactions. So hiking in the fall is a nice one. These aren't me personally because I really don't partake in many fall activities. I relate a lot to below me to what Elle is saying. Oh, she changed it. Okay, it was I don't know.
I initially had Elle knows nothing. Like Elle don't know nothing about fall. Like
Yeah,
something like that. Like
yeah, and I'm like I don't either. I know a lot of things when I was younger. Like there was like hay rides. Actually, a lot of this happened in summer. What's happening?
Look to your
I don't know,
your like your second quadrant.
Oh God, are you looking at the fridge?
No.
No, there's a kind of above the fridge in your cabinet.
Yeah.
You know that thing right there, that little logo.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, the logo changed. Yay!
Friends.
Oh, nice.
Hi, Mish.
Hey, Mish. Yes.
Oh yeah, the logo did. Oh, awesome. That. Look at that.
We're not looking like a ghetto live stream.
Stop it.
I'm 100% kidding. Like anybody who's wanting to get into live streaming, definitely do it. Even if you have even if you get like the free version and just have like the bird logo.
Yes.
Like, it's humble beginnings. Like,
Very
look at us. This mic was only like $25. So,
ooh.
Yeah.
I actually need to get a mic like that too.
There you go. Amazon's a way to go.
Yeah, exactly. Or what Ron calls it, amazing.
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 Oh yes. I know, Toby. I'm gonna chime in because I know you're mentioning about like fall activities and whatnot. I know here in Michigan, a lot of people, they tend to do a lot of salmon fishing and trout fishing due to the fact that this is typically around about the normal time where they're actually spawning and going to their mating areas. And so a lot of people go like further up north to go fishing. This is also the prime season for a lot of people to go hunting. And so you got that going on, and just a lot of outdoorsy stuff that when it was summertime, it was like definitely hot because it wasn't cool enough. But now with the weather changing a little bit, we see a lot more people going out hiking. You see a lot more people just kind of walking around the outdoors. I know especially the northern part of the lower peninsula of Michigan. Say that 5 times fast. The leaves, there's a trail that you could drive and you actually watch how the leaves are changing colors, and that's always a good time to go and just hang out and everything else. Of course, good time for bonfires, roasting marshmallows, just being outside, watching the stars, drinking hot apple cider, and eating apple cinnamon donuts, and just just relaxing with friends and family, and planning for the festivities of the holidays, which a lot of us are dreading because we know come the holidays comes snow. And typically here, like I said before, it does generally snow within the first couple of weeks of November, especially after Halloween. That's when we normally see like, yes, I did it. I did that. I did that. I did that. Never mind. I'm not even gonna go there. I'm gonna leave it just like that.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
I accept that.
Give him a crown.
But yeah, fall here. It's one of those times where it's, I wouldn't call it magical, but it does allow you to see how the weather changes and what's pretty much going to happen, and again, typically here, yeah, it does snow a little bit, but I know a lot of our snowfall comes later on in the month. So
yeah.
Duh. People still know pumpkin patch and everything else. Of course, we have Halloween, but still, a lot of our pumpkin patches are still open, so you can still get your pumpkin and do or make homemade pumpkin pies, pumpkin whatever, pancakes. Yeah, you finally made it.
Literally your
boy. Woo! Literally your boy.
Yeah, literally. Need to go to bed though, but that's okay. He told me he's gonna jump on. He told me he's gonna jump on. I'm okay, fine. I get it. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much. I want to say that's pretty much it. But then again, a lot of the smaller towns here in Michigan, they hold different kinds of festivals and parades, just to kind of like get everybody into the holiday spirit or the holiday season, which is literally like right around the corner. I'm still not looking forward to it. I'm still not looking forward to it. It's like people are already singing Christmas songs already. Like, no, not yet. Like, can we at least get through Thanksgiving first, please? Like, can we please get through Thanksgiving? Once Thanksgiving is out of the way, I don't care. You can play as much Christmas music as you want to. I'm a big Christmas music fanatic, but I don't do it before.
Mariah Carey would like to have a word with you.
Huh?
Mariah Carey would like to have a word with you.
I bet she would like to have a word with her too. Like, what's wrong? What's wrong with you, woman?
I saw something that was like a meme, or I think if something showed up, like something was on sale or maybe Mariah Carey's song like came up in some like recommended, or it was already starting to like chart to like that #1 spot again, and it wasn't even Halloween yet. It was like a week before Halloween, and someone posted that in another Discord. I don't remember if I saved it, but I was like, is this actually for real? Like, we haven't even hit Halloween. Like, usually after Halloween, okay, I kind of have accepted that people will start posting Christmas spam pre-Thanksgiving, but like, why are we doing that before Halloween? Like, does that even make any kind of sense?
Makes zero sense.
I guess, like, I don't know, it's the final 3 months of the year, so they're like, we gotta get this Christmas shit going. Like,
I guess, yeah. How dare you not say we don't care for Thanksgiving?
It's Christmas. Yeah, because y'all get presents. Once you get older, like, no one's getting you presents. And
yeah, or like, you can get presents, but it's kind of like, this is interesting, but it's not. Like, at this point, you already buy everything you kind of need for yourself. Like, maybe if there's something you really have been wanting and you get a big gift, okay, that's nice. Someone got you like an air fryer, or you get some kind of like maybe a new mouse or like headphone set, something that's like, oh, I actually really needed this, and it's something you weren't going to get out of your way. But in general, like, the gifts are kind of random. Like, don't get me wrong, like, even getting like cologne, socks, ties, and shirts actually is kind of nice because it's very useful. But it's like, I didn't exactly need to get a new set of dress socks, shirts, whatever. So while it's nice, it's not nearly as exciting as when you're like younger. So yeah, the whole presents and Christmas thing. Oh, I have things to say about that once we get to Christmas time, a month.
Right. Oh yeah, same.
Almost 2 months from now.
I mean, it's 1 month, 1.5.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, it's like a month and 20 days, 23 days.
A month and 23 days.
Who's
counting?
Who's counting?
It's like, it's there, right around the corner, but you know, we still. I'm not even gonna get into that. I'm not gonna get into it.
I mean, when does like Starbucks declare like freaking pumpkin season, like pumpkin spice?
That must have already happened. And thank you, El, for saying this.
There you go. Yes.
Okay.
I don't know this brand, but I started buying like a variety pack a few days ago. Okay. So this is Imperial Pumpkin Ale. This one is Dark of the Moon Pumpkin Stout. Oh, it's a stout. Okay, so that means this is half of this is like stouts because this one is coffee pumpkin ale. Definitely.
That's I don't know. Like me and pumpkin, like I don't hate pumpkin, but I feel like it gets
the last one.
It gets too much love compared to sweet potato. Like sweet potato, like if they just like replaced everything pumpkin with sweet potato, and I think the world would be a better place. Yeah, I know it's controversial.
I do agree. Sweet potato, it's not something I really knew much about growing up, like sweet potato pie, sweet potato bread, but it actually is. It is kind of undefeated. Sweet potato fries.
Exactly. That's. I mean, like we have sweet potato fries. They don't have pumpkin fries.
True.
Yeah. What are they? I haven't had pumpkin in so long.
Yeah, I don't really have pumpkin stuff much personally.
Like my mom would like occasionally cook pumpkin. Like you just steam it. Like it tastes fine. It's just I don't know. Like because I feel like if you were to, definitely like spice the sweet potato, that would taste a whole lot better than spicing the pumpkin, like a pumpkin spice latte. But I feel like a sweet potato spice latte would taste a whole lot better.
That would taste, you know what?
Yeah.
That actually does sound a little bit more interesting.
Yeah.
It does. I mean, like you said, we always have the pumpkin spice latte. Okay, cool, great, but let's try something different for once. It won't hurt. Some people may like it, some people may not. I mean, same thing is happening now. Some people like pumpkin spice, and the majority of us, we don't care for pumpkin spice. It's like, whatever.
Right,
whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm going to need this young man to go to bed. Like,
also, I love how he said, I want some.
Yes.
Are you about to allow that around in your house?
No. Don't even drink in my house. No. Sharing is not sharing. No.
Yeah.
I remember when I first drank, probably 16 years old. It was wine that my parents it was probably like Christmas time. And it was just so casual. I was kind of surprised. I was like, oh, you're really letting me drink. But I had to mix it with ginger ale. But I didn't really care that much for it. I was like, okay, this is fine, but I don't see the big deal. 10 years later. Now I get it.
10 years later, he's letting wine spoil in his fridge.
Oh, God. Actually, you know what? I was going to make a comment. Let me see. I'm going to actually find something.
Some say he still has the wine to this day.
I thankfully do not.
I was going to say it's been fermented for over 20 years.
Like it just remade wine.
It's been 87 years or whatever that meme is.
It's been aged in the same wine bottle for 80 years.
Y'all remember this? Feel old yet?
Wait, what?
Maybe I shouldn't bring up the eggnog, but I have this apple cider.
For how long? How long have you had the apple cider?
Do you remember the apple cider and the eggnog that was in my fridge back in 2020? No, it was in my fridge since 2019 fall. And then I think I had it on some of the streams.
When you brought it over from your old house?
No, I bought these 2 days ago.
Okay. Not the same.
These are unopened. No, I tossed those out when I saw them because I think they were in my fridge.
Okay.
Actually, I'm trying to remember if they were in my. I can't remember if I bought them in 2020 or 2019. Actually, no. It was more likely that I bought them in 2020. I just remember at one point on the stream, I think I showcased that I had these drinks
for a really long time,
and we had a conversation about having them for a while. And I can't remember when this was, but I think there was a lot of concern from both of you at that time.
Yeah. I was like, Toby, no, it's okay to just throw it away, right? It's okay.
It's okay. Yes,
But let me break this open.
Okay.
Oh, the apple cider?
It's cold, but I'm also gonna get some warm apple cider. Like I'll heat it up another day and maybe mix it with some alcohol because we adults.
I've never had like apple cider like that.
Yeah, I wasn't a big on apple cider myself.
Right. Yeah. No. So I guess it's. Oh, because no, I wasn't really like apple juice, but I'm sitting here thinking of apple cider vinegar. I knew that wasn't apple cider vinegar. But like,
God, no. Drinking it like, I do drink it straight, but not like in a cup like this.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, you could get some apple cider.
Yes. Okay. I gotta go to the store and get it, but yes, you can have some apple cider.
That's another big fall thing. Maybe not in my house as much, but some people like to make it fresh. That's really the fancy thing. Get the apples and do whatever, juice it, make the cider.
Y'all go apple picking.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Apple picking is like the thing, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I've never done it still.
Apple picking, cherry picking, that's still huge. I know Traverse City is literally the cherry capital of the world. And they grow a lot of cherries, and typically between September and October, you're able to go to the cherry orchard and pick your own cherries.
Ooh.
And there's other orchards here too as well. We can pick your own apples, pick your own blueberries, like whatever is grown. Yeah, you can pick it yourself. So we were supposed to do it this year, but the way how things are set up here in Michigan is like, no, not gonna risk it. Not gonna risk it. Just due to the fact, of course, with the COVID numbers spiking all over the place, and it's just a mess. It's just a mess. But yes, apple picking is huge. And I'm sorry, excuse me. And also, another big thing that's huge out here too as well is the maple syrup. Maple syrup is yes. There's I know north of Grand Rapids, there's a small city that has a huge orchard, and they make their own maple syrup there. And you watch the whole process. You actually go into the facility where they make their own maple syrup, and it's pure maple syrup. Everything else, they add the sugar, you taste it, and then you leave with their donuts and hot chocolate or apple cider. And it's like the place is phenomenal. I haven't been there in years, but the last time I went, we actually had a chance to taste the maple syrup before it became it becomes the brown syrup that you see in the stores. It's typically like white in color until they add like sugar and let it cool and everything else. It's really cool. It's really cool. It's a really neat process. So y'all check that out. If you guys have wherever you're at in this fall time, if they have like a maple syrup, check it out. Especially if it's not a huge production area, but more so relatively small, give it a shot. Check it out. You'll like it. Oh man. I mean, and even if you just go just to check out the leaves, go for it, Which again reminds me, leaves. They're changing colors too as well, and they're also falling. And so the one big thing that a lot of us like to do is rake the leaves up and jump in a big old pile and watch the leaves spread all over the place. Oof.
You see, I've never done that before. I forget that that's a thing. That just seems like really cool.
Yeah.
I guess like that can happen down here. Because of course like leaves fall, but I think it takes like usually when I see like the blowers Like the gardener people, like sometimes they can get it into like a really huge pile of leaves, but of course they're not going to jump into the pile, even though I'm sure they're tempted to, but they don't.
I'm pretty sure they do it. They do it while nobody's watching, and then they blow it back together. Like, hey, it's perfect again.
Yeah. Who ranks the leaves? I don't know. I don't know if there's like a professional leaf ranker. If they, rank the leaves from, I don't know, like greenest to like most yellow, or like prettiest to most, I don't know, dead. But I mean,
I know what he meant.
I know.
I know what he meant.
Oh,
poor man, you set yourself up for that one. And you got the wrong person to do it too. The right wrong person.
Yeah.
Well, wait, what? Like, don't worry about it. I'll explain later. Don't worry about it. Just go to bed. Go. Okay. But no, yeah. I mean, raking leaves and whatnot. I know I typically wait until the majority of the leaves fall. But then again, the weather here has been so crappy lately that that the ground is still relatively wet. So it's kind of hard. Yeah, it's just weird. So the ground is still relatively wet, and the leaves are still relatively wet, and it's like, for the most part, the sun hasn't come out enough to kind of like dry up everything. So it's just like wet, cold, muddy. It's just unbearable. Ugh. Yeah, it's just ugh. But even then, with the majority of the sports teams here, it's pretty okay, So that it typically works out. It just depends on how you look at it, really. It really does depend on how you look at it. And then of course a lot of people start traveling, or not start traveling, but they're planning for traveling, and getting vacation booked up and ready to go. So it's a cool thing here. It's a cool thing. So as we progress later on in the month, year, things are definitely going to change. Things are definitely going to change. But chat, what are some things you like to do during the fall time? I'm going to post it in the chat too as well, so y'all can answer this.
Raking leaves. I'm just seeing the last few things in the chat. That used to be a big thing too when I was actually at home, because you have chores. So having to rake leaves was a huge thing. Because otherwise, like, there'd be a lot of dead spots in the backyard on the ground. Leaves would just cover the grass, so you have all these patches of dirt. Obviously, like, kill the grass, and I was like, oh. So my mom would want us to like rake the leaves. Of course, mowing the lawn. Like, our backyard would notoriously get to like ankle, no, possibly knee height, maybe like mid, maybe not quite up to the knee, but the grass would be tall. It would be a problem, actually, like a jungle. So, I mean, mowing the lawn happens all year round technically, but like, my God, I remember having to rake the leaves. At one point, it was better to use a shovel to rake the leaves because of just how it was.
Oh God.
Yes.
Hey, Steel Bear.
Hey, Steel Bear.
Prepping for holidays is definitely a big thing.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I do a lot of mental preparation because I'm like, it's going to be January in like 3 days. So.
Yeah, it feels like it.
Oh, dude, yeah. Like October flew by for me. I don't know about y'all. September took its sweet ass time, but October flew by.
September is a weird month, but I felt like September happened pretty quickly. October flew by like the first 20 days. The last 10 days took a little longer, but yeah.
Like, I had a Halloween party on the 23rd, and it was like my first party in like a very long time. So I was just like, every week I was just sort of like waking up. I was like, is it this weekend? No. Is it this weekend? No. Is it this weekend? I was like it was like, I just felt like it was like, I acted like every day it was going to be like tomorrow and the entire month. So yeah, but I was just happy to be able to just chill for the Halloween weekend. And it was actually pretty cool those days too. But yeah, now we're in November, and I don't know, like, I feel like November doesn't have like that same feeling as December. Like November, like, I don't know, maybe it's just this year is different, but it doesn't, like, even though I know the next year is so close, I don't think I'm really gonna, like, it's not really gonna hit me until December. It's like I know it, but is it really gonna like hit me until it gets to December? But I always notice, like, especially after my birthday, like my birthday's in August, I feel like the rest of the year just sort of tumbles like down quickly, and then the next thing you know, it's January, and January takes its sweet ass time every year.
Yeah, January is always.
It takes forever.
Especially this year, it was like a transition, and it was just kind of like, and then after the Capitol riots, it was just everything was happening. That this year, January was just too eventful, and I was like, can we just like count down the days?
I felt like January was still like 2020, like it was just like the remnants of it.
It was the second season,
right? Because like the first like 2 months of 2020 were fine because we weren't quite in the pandemic yet, but we technically should have been prepping if we had somebody competent leading. But so I felt like January was just like tacking on to 2020, where it's like, no, we're gonna give you a full 365 days. Like,
exactly.
I guess it was like 325 technically, but no.
Yeah,
Andrew Yang's not the only math guy.
There you
not
go.
the only numbers guy. But
there you go.
I guess 335 technically. Yeah, I did want to mention, like, I guess another thing that happens in fall, and this is just what I see on Instagram a lot, is I guess people, mainly women or couples, taking pictures in pumpkin patches. Like taking, I guess it's a very like romantic, or just, I don't know, just the fall season. So take a picture with some pumpkins.
I find it like that's just me.
I don't know. Like, this is a random tangent, but I follow influencers in the wild on Instagram, and if you don't, I highly recommend you do, because like I'm glad somebody made that into an Instagram, because every time I see really nice photos, like really awesome photos of just like average everyday people, I'm like, another average person was taking that photo too, and they must have taken a lot of shots. It wasn't just like, all right, boom, perfect, we can continue moving, But like when influencers in the wild is somebody recording, like taking a video of somebody, of like two people who are just taking like these wacky, crazy photo shoots, like doing like these weird poses, and I mean, I don't. It's hilarious, like, because I do the same thing. Like whenever I go to the beach and I see like a couple, like, and like the woman's like taking all like these photos, doing all these poses, I'm like, you're at the beach, like. I understand that it's pretty, but like, chill out. Like, enjoy yourself at the beach. Like,
yes,
everyone can get to the beach. You live in South Florida. It's like, this isn't
the special. This is the special getaway.
right.
yes.
And it's like a local beach, so I can tell that it wasn't, it wasn't like Fort Lauderdale Beach or South Beach, like Miami Beach. It was just like a local beach. So it's like, I don't know, but yeah, no.
No, you're good.
Random.
You're good.
Yeah, but if you haven't, check out Influencers in the Wild, because it's absolutely hilarious.
And what's up, holistic?
I might.
I said, "What's up, holistic Hottie?"
Yes.
Yes.
Hello.
Hey, holistic Hottie.
That's true.
Go to bed.
No, put up his comment. Put up his comment.
I'm dead.
Go to bed.
Sure.
Go to bed. There goes my camera. Go to bed.
Nice
Okay.
shirt.
Thank you. Thank you very much. No,
Photography is actually that's a huge thing. Like, of course, you have shoots during the summer, you have nice summer pics, but fall pics are because I feel fall fashion is like a huge thing. So I would say that for those who are into that like realm, fall is actually a great time to start to see like, hey, it's a great time to start to see really nice. Obviously, you have like the horizon because of like, you know, you have like the leaves changing color. There's just a lot of beauty in the fall. So I think photographers actually is probably one of the best seasons to shoot. So that's also a nice thing. Like nature walks or just like taking nice little photo shoots. I remember there was also winter photo shoots, but when I was in school, I remember like people I can't remember if they were paying for it, but like there was the option, like our Black Student Org was like, we can take shoots with people. I didn't end up doing it, but a lot of nice pictures came out of that. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, fall is a good time. It is because a lot of fashion tends to change a little bit. You know, a lot of people are now, instead of letting everything all hang loose, they're just like, no, it's too cold. It's time to bundle up. Depending upon where you're at, you know, everybody's getting bundled up. Everybody is looking to cuff somebody for the cold winter months. Yes.
Cuddle cuffing season.
Yes. So the fall time also kicks off the official start time of cuffing season. Yes.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, sure as shit isn't summer.
No. Summer is get out. Jailbreak.
It's uncuffing season.
Summer, we in the streets.
Yes. Let's see. What am I?
No, I guess her down coat got her down.
Got her down, but not out.
Exactly.
Yes. Yes, you're down, but you're not out. Thank you, Kanye West and Cameron, for that song. Oh, yeah. But yes, I mean, fall time is.
That LOL is so dry, but I love it.
Like, oh my gosh. Yes, the fall season, it's a wonderful time. And even if you guys are able to, as long as the weather is permitting, unless you like being outside and being cold, you know, check out what's going on in your local area and see what's going on. Visit an orchard and see if you can do some apple picking, and who knows, make something out of what you got. You never know. Learn a new recipe. Which reminds me, there'll be time for me to dust off my crock pot book and start doing some recipes with my crock pot. So we'll be doing a lot of crock pot meals, a lot of thank you, sir.
It was good seeing you too.
Thank you. Man. You have a good night. I will talk to you in a few moments. Kicking butt.
Good night. Sleep tight.
Good night. Yeah, we're not gonna say.
20 is a reasonable hour.
I know I can. Thank you, sir.
That validation, though, beautiful.
Right,
yeah. Typically around about this time, I do a lot of potato soup. I make it homemade, and so I do that. I do a lot of chilies. And like I said, my crock pot book got a lot of soup, so I'm gonna look at which soup I want to do and try to make it. and go from there. Really.
Yeah, I haven't really gone through like new recipes like that in a while, but that's a big thing too. Is like especially baking. Baking is really the big one.
Yes.
People love to bake those cookies and those brownies and the whatevers they want. This is that time. Like the pies, obviously.
The pies, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can just think of it. Like, I mean, Thanksgiving really is where it comes into mind because that's where people love to bring their own home cooked dessert. But like, it's really the whole season, even going into winter time.
Yes, agreed.
Sure, yeah.
Agreed. Definitely agreed. And even then, like you said, Toby, or showed us, Toby, like a lot of different brews only come out seasonally. Like you got your pumpkin brews for the fall time, and even then, like some of your wines and some of your alcohol still have like their own fall themed drink that's only available during the fall time. And then once it's gone until the next year. So
right.
Check those out as well. Check out those seasonal drinks, those seasonal attractions, and again, just have fun. At the end of the day, have fun because you only experience the season once unless you live in like Colorado or some other places where you can experience all 4 seasons in one day. Literally. You have the wonderful opportunity of experiencing all 4 seasons in one day and still walk around like nothing happened. Like, yep, sure. Go for it. Go for it.
Yeah. Oh God. That's on like Maryland. I remember there was a joke. I have to find the meme. It would talk about like different countries or different states and their flags and how it represents the seasons. And then it was like Maryland's flag every season, every day.
I think I've seen that before.
And that ended up being a lot of the East Coast, like I guess the mid-Atlantic East Coast, maybe even the Northeast to some degree. But it's just crazy, like the thunderstorms, you have the rain, and clear a moment later. You might even have snow that just comes, and then next thing you know, it's like melted. Like obviously pre-winter, or even after winter, like April. Sometimes it'll decide to randomly drop snow. March more likely. But anyway, yeah.
Yes, we could talk about the wacky winter wonderness come December. We'll have his own segment. Ugh. in that segment, L, you will understand the reason why most people who move for one, they move because it's too cold, and when snow falls, people can't drive. Matter of fact, when precipitation falls, period, people can't drive. It's like,
right, yeah,
really, come on.
That I know in South Florida, like as soon as it rains, you know, like I think we're like the rainiest state too, so you should know that it's going to rain, especially during the summer. People still act like it's the first time they've ever seen rain, and then they just don't know how to drive. Like, I assume they freak the hell out and like just can't comprehend that there's something coming from this, like water dripping from the sky, and I don't know what to think.
Oh man. No,
so they have to swerve and go crazy, and you know, I guess warn other drivers. It's like they have to drive for the other car next to them. It's like, what? Do you see this? Do you see this coming from the sky? And then they, of course, crash because they don't know how to drive and they don't know how to act in the rain.
Slam on the brake to win.
Slam on the brake to win.
So
I can't even imagine at all. Like this isn't even an exaggeration. This is just truth. What it's like driving in the snow. I hear that like once like the roads ice over, you just have no control over that. Like that's terrifying.
Yes.
It depends on the type of tires you have and like the type of car, but because sometimes like if you have like all season tires are kind of the basic one, but if you get snow tires, much better. There is a type that helps you with ice, like it has like treads or some kind of, I forgot what the name of the tires are, but it's almost like it has some kind of spike in it. That's the kind that you really want to have. That's the kind you want to have, and then that will, I guess, break over the ice as you're driving. But I don't remember the name of it, and it sounds kind of intense. It sounds like some kind of ATV type thing, like. But I don't know. I haven't bought them, and I forgot the name of them. But yes, unfortunately, fall time is also the time. Like Seal Beer said, prepare for the holidays. That also means prepare for the weather. The time that you want to get those better tires, get the treads, get whatever. I've actually been able to survive just with my own like basic all season tires on my Honda Civic, and the Honda Civic is not the best snow car. Like you want the CRV or the God,
like an all wheel.
Yeah, the all wheel drive. Yeah, I guess so too. Like I don't know that much about some of those as Subaru SUV. Yeah, I guess like Toyota RAV4, because Subaru is a brand, right? Like that's its own make.
Right, but like all of their cars are all-wheel drive.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's probably why those ones are so popular. And just sometimes it's nice to have the raised bit of the car. I had to learn so much about cars when I was trying to buy my first one. So like mine is definitely much lower to the ground, which is not great when it comes to getting out of the snow. So I actually need to buy a shovel, which I've never had before. Like I've never personally had my own shovel, but I would need to buy one because I have like a brush, scraper, even like the de-icers, but that's not going to help you when there's a ton of snow. Like even if you have a nice apartment complex where the snow is like cleared out in the main area, it won't clear out right beneath your car or to the sides of it. So you'll basically be like stuck with snow piled up by your car, and you'll drive and it'll just be like smoke, like you go and just smoke is coming out, and I'm like, this isn't good. Like you're not moving. Your car's trying to move and it's just smoke coming out of your car, and then there's like things flashing on your dashboard. That's also not good, basically telling you that you're stuck. So I needed like an actual shovel so that you can clear out that snow. And there might be even more like technologically advanced ways of doing it. I mean, you have snow salt, but there's only so much snow salt that you can use. And I think there's like, maybe if you really want to go futuristic, there's like heated driveways for those who want to like put some kind of pad on your driveway so that'll help melt the snow. You can have like heated driveways, or I think there's also talk about like trying to build roads of some kind that also are like smart grid roads where it like heats up to some degree to melt. But that is like very far off. I feel like you might just have to live with old school methods of snow removal.
Yes,
but it is a thing to think about in this time of the year.
Yes, and you're absolutely right, because this is the time of year where we're prepping for the winter time, and a lot of people are changing out their tires, their all season tires, or their summer tires or performance tires with all season tires or snow tires, just so to get that extra grip. Which reminds me, I'm gonna have to get new tires for my car anyway. So, and yes, my car, it does sit low to the ground naturally. So yeah, the joys of having a sports family car. That's the way I will look at it. It's a sports family car. So it picks up and hauls, but at the same time, if you need to haul your kids around, it can do that too. Get groceries, it can do that too.
Okay.
Which is why I got like 2 5-pound sandbags sitting in my trunk. So just in case when the snow falls, I'm prepared. At least that instinct. I might put my shovel in there. I don't know. I might buy another one just to keep in the car. Who knows? But again, the fall is a lot of preparation for whatever can happen, especially here in Michigan, the Midwest. You never know what's going to happen until you wake up in the morning. Like right now, it's cool, calm, and legit. I could wake up in the morning, it's an inch of ice on my windshield. Like, thank you, Michigan, for screwing me again. But that's a different story. Yeah, that's a different story. But again, that's the fall. I know the fall time for me, that's what it looks like. Fall time for somebody else may look totally different. Posted the picture of Maryland state flag. That's the link that Toby sent us, and it's actually quite funny. They got Florida. Yeah. They got Florida in there. They got Alaska in there. So it's funny. I find it funny. I find it hilarious.
If you live anywhere between like, oh man, maybe even New York, like Connecticut. I mean, you could even put a lot of New England in there because as cold as it gets, it still hits all those other parts of, like, it hits all those other seasons pretty regularly. Like summertime is so unpredictable. You're gonna, like I said, get the rainstorms and the hot, the humid heat, everything. It's just, it all happens at once. Like I feel like anywhere between Georgia or at least like one of the Carolinas up to like Connecticut, it's just an East Coast thing. Like Maryland is like right there in the middle, but a lot of the East Coast suffers from the same like bipolar weather. You have to really go out west if you want to get nicer, more calm, predictable weather.
How far west we talking? Like California west?
Yeah, I mean maybe even Colorado. I don't know how you feel about no.
Yeah, he said you can experience all 4 seasons in one day in Colorado.
Oh, that's what. Okay, maybe that was okay. I thought you were talking about Michigan when you said.
No. Listen, God. I'll put it to you like this, Toby. There's been times when we were living in Colorado, we saw tourist commercials for Michigan. It was like, why would that happen? Like the first 2 years, like, why are we seeing advertisements of pure Michigan in Colorado? And it hit me because, like, okay, the weather conditions is just as bipolar in Colorado as it is in Michigan. It doesn't know what it wants to do. Some days it wants to rain and snow and sleet and hail and still jump up to like 50, 60 degrees in the one day. Like, okay. And then yeah.
I'm not even mad at that because it really does suck. Like, it looks pretty, but really just the pain. This is so hard.
Yeah. But yeah, man, Colorado. Oh man, it has its perks. Like I know Toby, you mentioned like seeing snow in March or April. Yep, been there, done that. It's like, why? It's the middle. It's the middle of April and it's snowing. Like I'm ready to go and get in like my shorts, my t-shirts, some running shoes. Nope, we got snow. I'm like, why? Like, why? Like, out of any time, like it could have been in Michigan. I understand, but this is Colorado. Like, it's snowing in April. Not just like the early part of April. No, it was the middle of April, almost close to May, and it was snowing. Like, stop, please, stop, please. And even then, the winter times there were just as bad as the winter times here in Michigan. It's like, why? Why? Like, I get it for the tourism. Sure, that's a different topic.
I mean, like, that it's like, it's not like it doesn't snow for tourists. Like, that's just the weather.
No, it's just, it was just irritating. Oh, it was irritating. But I do agree with you on one thing. When it snowed in the mountains, that was probably like the most prettiest thing ever. Seeing snow-capped mountains, yes. But other than that, when it came down to where I lived at, nope. Y'all can keep that. Y'all can keep that. But to your point, too, Toby, there were certain parts in Colorado where the streets were heated. Just to kind of like help with the management of the snow. especially like downtown Colorado Springs. The majority of the roads there, nah, nah.
Mother
Tourists
Nature
get
trying to make a quick buck.
Like, oh yeah, you want some snow? Here you go. Bloop.
Right.
Oh, you want a tornado? Bloop. Yeah.
That'd be kind of grimy though. That's like capitalism at its peak.
Yeah, you might got a point. You got a point there. You got a point.
You know, I don't know if they're still. Sorry, this is very, very quick. I don't know if they're still building like this mall in like northern Miami, but it was going to be like probably like the biggest mall probably in the country, and it was going to have like some like a ski slope sort of thing or like some sort of winter thing. And I guess they're going to like, you know, of course, like fabricate the snow, you know, or just, you know, like use, I don't know, like freezer ice or whatever the hell snow is made out of, and actually create that. And I don't know if that, I'll get back to you guys. I don't even know if they're still building that because of COVID and everything, but yeah, it was going to be like a monster of a mall. I'm like, we don't need malls anymore. But it was gonna also have like an amusement park theme to it and movie theater and all that. Anyways, yeah, go on. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. That actually sounds interesting because I've never been to the Mall of America. That's probably like the one thing I would love to go to before the weather turns crappier than what it already is. And so just to kind of visit that. So
I don't know, mall workers. That's about it. Like old people who just need to get their steps in. So it's like, well,
there you go.
You know, I want to step somewhere that has air conditioning. So let me go walk in the mall.
Ooh, then too, you know, hopefully the majority of the food courts are still open. So when they decide they get hungry, they got food like right there. You never know. I mean, as long as there's a Wetzel pretzel, Auntie Millie's, or what's the other pretzel place?
Auntie Anne's.
Auntie Anne. Yep.
There's two Auntie pretzel things. I never heard of the other one.
Not Auntie. Auntie Millie's is the bread company here in Michigan.
Wow. It's like, is that like an auntie thing to make pretzels?
No.
Like an American auntie thing.
It's Auntie Anne's, Pretzel Wessels, and then crap, I thought there was another big pretzel company besides those two.
I never heard of the pretzel.
Really? Oh man, yeah. It's funny because in Colorado, Colorado Springs, there's a mall there. They have literally there's a pretzel Wetzel on one side. Pretzel time? It might be it.
I mean,
it might be it.
I feel like right now is like a good time to have like a sweet pretzel, like the cinnamon pretzel.
Yes, you are speaking my love language, Al. Yes.
I was never big on pretzels like that, but I mean they're cool. Like those big ones. I mean, like obviously the little small ones are like pretty normal snacks, but like those big like soft pretzels, I'm okay. Like sometimes it can be overpowering, like the salt, especially. I just never was a fan of the massive amount of salt, but you know, I appreciate the art of making those types of pretzels, like baked goods. Excuse me.
I like at World of Beer they have like the big pretzel that you can like. It comes with the mustard, but you get the beer cheese. It's a little bit extra. I get the beer cheese every time because just eating it with the mustard, it's okay. I never understood the combination of pretzel and mustard, but whatever. But the beer cheese, definitely.
What's this combination?
Dip in nacho cheese.
It's really? A combination.
Is it like the salty and sweet sort of thing? Or the sweet and savory?
No.
Worth having. Oh, or the ones you dip. Oh, I thought you. Oh man, yeah, my bad. I should have read the whole thing. I just saw the cinnamon ones. I thought it's like where you dip in nacho cheese. I'm like, I feel like those are like very cancel-y tastes. But okay, or the ones you dip in nacho cheese. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. World of Beer, you can get the pretzel. You can dip it in beer cheese, which is great. Like, highly recommend.
That sounds yummy. Flying down to Miami just so I can get some beer cheese.
It's at World of Beer. I think they're everywhere. I mean, no offense, you're always welcome to come down here. I'm not telling you, but
well, to say, I don't think there's one up here. Like I'm pretty sure there's one. There's not one up here.
Wait, what's this word I'm again?
World of Beer.
World of Beer.
I thought it was really. I highly doubt it's a Florida thing. That would be random as shit. Like.
Okay, so there's one in there's one in Indianapolis, there's one in Columbus, one in Middleton, Wisconsin.
Okay, I was about to say, I was like, what's that name?
There's one with Cambridge, Mass. Don't know if there's any other ones in Mass. Cambridge is like 40 minutes or so from me. Also, PJ Lopez, what area are you in the country? Assuming that you're in the country, because we've been getting international viewers. But where are you at?
This comment right here.
I'm hungry and I blame you because we're out here talking about pretzels. Is that even
Central Florida?
Is that even a fall thing? Pretzels? I don't think. I guess so. It's like Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest. Oh god. So I was thinking of breweries as an activity, but I was like, I don't know if that's fall. But thank you.
Okay. I thought I knew him, but now I'm for sure I do.
Okay, I didn't know. I was like, I don't know whether this person knew one of us or they're just randomly passing through. Okay. Florida. Love to see
October. It. Yeah, I completely forgot about Oktoberfest. Yeah.
Oddly enough, Oktoberfest is celebrated in September in Germany, but then everywhere else it's in October.
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yes. That's right. Go ahead.
I've been to the official Oktoberfest, of course, is in Germany. I believe it's in Germany.
Yeah,
that would make sense. But I've been to a local one, down here. It was pretty cool. It's kind of like a fun day thing to do when when the season comes. Yes. There's such a thing called Blacktoberfest. I can't remember where it was. I think it was like in North Carolina or Virginia, like somewhere that's just random. I'd assume it to be in Atlanta, but it wasn't. I never went, but I'd like to go one day. I think that's hella cool. Kind of mad I forgot to grab a bunch of Sam. Yeah, Sam Adams Oktoberfest is pretty good. Sam Adams makes really good beer.
This is true.
Yeah, Sam Adams is pretty reliable.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of beer in my car too that I need to pull out.
What? Oh, I guess it's cold where you are, so you can do that.
Oh, well, I left it in my car because I couldn't really bring up everything. But yes, it is also it's going to be a cool. It's going to be cool.
Oh man! Wow, Toby! Wow!
They're in the fridge. I'm
I live on the third floor, and I didn't want to make a third trip up because I already had to make 2 different trips to get groceries and my other alcohol. And then
true. Yeah, that's the second thing about living higher than the first floor. Because there's only one story, but it's because my sister was my realtor. And I initially wanted to live on the second or third floor because, it's I'm a woman. I'm going to be, living by myself. It's going to be safer, blah, blah, blah. But she convinced me. She was like, hey, I get that. But when it comes to bringing in your groceries and, doing things it's going to be a pain to go up to the second or third floor. I was like, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, if you don't have a lot of stuff to bring up, then it's not a big deal. I don't mind the climb up
for sure. Yeah,
but when I had to move the first time, I had some stuff the movers couldn't take, and that was a pain And then I wasn't actually really doing a lot of grocery shopping, so I didn't have to worry about the third floor thing too much. But recently I've been doing more grocery shopping. I'm like, oh no. It's a pain. And I mean, living alone is nice, don't get me wrong, but in moments like that it's not so nice.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because you're the one getting everything, bringing everything up.
Yeah, and like living alone, it's when you have to like cook everything and do everything for yourself. No, I won't lie, I do miss that. I do miss I don't miss that rather. It's like, especially because I'm trying to be like healthier now and stuff like that. It's like, oh, now I have to like cook my own meals. I can't just order out all the time. Even though I've been kind of bad lately, but now if I order like a burger, I was like, okay, I'll get a salad with it instead of fries.
Oh, the horror.
I was like, oh, should I order something fat and greasy? He's like, no, let me just order a salad.
I'm done.
Oh man, that sucks, but I get it.
I'll have a grilled chicken.
Not grilled chicken.
Mm-mm.
Yes, you gotta have a grilled chicken. Oh, I've been trying to be healthier for a year and a half. Oh man, yeah,
It's hard. It's really hard. But I've been getting better. Now I have to because with my trainer, sometimes like he works me out really hard, and it's like you feel it. It's like, yeah, because I ate like trash this week. So,
Jeez. Sheesh. Wow.
Jeez.
Right? Oh my goodness.
But I have to get that, sexy winter body because it's any season down here. So.
Oh man. Yeah. Oh yes. Oh yes. So in other words, Elle is preparing for that lovely winter season that's never going to happen in Florida. But for everywhere else, that's like Northeast and Midwest region, yes. Central Plains, yes. Anything west of that and south, not really. Maybe the Northwest, yes. But other than that, everywhere else.
I was gonna say the cuffing season body, but I forgot. Yeah, Florida. Obviously, there is no difference. So
no, you have to keep that nice body all year round. You can't. Funny enough, I was actually talking to my therapist today. I don't know what we got into. We were talking about like going to grocery shopping because apparently that's a great place to meet like people. Like that's where people check each other out a lot. Is at grocery stores. So he was saying like, yeah, don't go to like a Miami grocery store because they're going to be dressed to the nines there. Like in heels, dress, hair, makeup, everything done at the grocery store in Miami. I was like, yeah, I know, because you were there, Ron, in Miami. That everybody was. Yeah, they go everywhere like that, Ron. No matter what time of day, like everyone's dressed to the fucking nines.
Just to pick up a carton of eggs and a half gallon of milk?
Oh God, who told you that? Okay, so this.
Oh, PJ, hold on to that comment. I'm dead for you.
Go to the groceries. I guess the only one open is Walmart.
Oh man, I think no, because I know I didn't go to like an actual grocery store. The closest thing was a CVS, and even then it was like, okay, it's like 12 o'clock in the morning, and folks is like,
you mean like noon, or do you mean like midnight?
Like midnight.
Okay.
Like midnight. It was like, okay, getting some snacks, and folks is walking in like they about to go, like they just came from the club to go back to the club again. I'm like,
that sounds about right. Yeah.
For what? Like, I'm about to go to bed. It's hot. I'm hot. I'm sticky. I'm irritated. I'm hungry. Like, no. Like,
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because my therapist was telling me, like when you're at the grocery store, you know, you're seeing people, but you're also seeing what people like, you know, kind of like in real time. It's like, all right, they're getting, you know, hey Manny.
Good to see you.
Manny.
Yeah, good to see you.
You're good, sir. You are good.
Yeah. But like, you know, you see people like pick up like, you know, like maybe this brand of yogurt, and you know, you also like that brand of yogurt, so you guys have something in common, or you can also, you know, start a conversation with that. Like this happened to me the other day actually, and like I'm pretty sure the guy was gay, but just like how a conversation started. He was looking at the yogurts, hence why I brought up yogurt, and I just came and picked up the yogurt that I wanted and kept it moving. And he asked me, he's like, how is that? Because it was called like So Coconut. It's that coconut yogurt where instead of using milk, they use like coconut milk.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, you know, it was surprisingly really good. I did the vanilla one, and this is going to be like my second try, so I'm trying this one. He was like, oh, okay, you know, I've been thinking about it, but you know, I didn't. He's like, yeah. I said, no, definitely get it. It's it was like, you know, it surprised me. It was really good. So I assume he got it. I didn't, you know, I was just going about my business, but just like that, you know, a conversation started. So, you know, we both like the same thing. You know, if only he were like younger and straight, then maybe like, but still, you know, just like a conversation with a stranger is already hard enough. So,
wait, but how old was the person?
I don't know, probably like 40s or early 50s, I'd say.
Oh wow! Because normally I thought the opposite problem would be like you find someone they're too young, based on the conversations we were having.
Sometimes that happens. Like, not at Publix though. Even though,
okay, yeah, maybe not.
Yeah, I did go to what I nickname Hot Guy Publix because it's right next to an LA Fitness. So guys, after like they work out, they go to Publix. So yeah, you know, yes, if only I could meet a young straight lady at the yogurt aisle.
Oh gosh.
Oh man, hold on. Tell us over the song.
Catch me outside at the yogurt aisle.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
Me sure you did. Publix. Yes, I nicknamed it Hot Guy Publix because it's next to an LA Fitness. I live by like 2-3 Publixes. Like there's Old People Publix that's south of me, and then there's Hot Guy Publix, which is north of me. This is how I met your mother. Man, this is a shorter story than 9 seasons. So.
Oh man.
Cute girl Wegmans.
Oh man, that's funny.
Oh, gosh,
that's funny. Oh, that is funny. I can't. My abs hurt. My stomach hurt. You guys are awesome, chat.
Yes, thank you.
That Kids is how I met your mother. Oh man.
On the yogurt aisle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine a whole show just dedicated around an anticlimactic end like that. Oh god. Yogurt aisle.
I mean, psychologically speaking, it's actually quite eye-opening though, because that's where a lot of people meet. Well, I don't know. I shouldn't say a lot of people meet. It's just that's where a lot of people tend to like check out people. No pun intended, but.
Pun was definitely intended. I'm gonna take you out at the yoga
like,
section.
I'm sitting here trying to think, like, I mean, yeah, of course I notice the guys sometimes because like they're attractive, because like sometimes like they're buff and they're tall or like, noticeable because I live in like the fucking suburbs and everybody's like old and married. So,
Yeah.
so it's like nice to just see people my age who are, I'm not like out here hunting. It's just like,
I was on the prowl. Oh man.
It's like if I could, it's like, it's eye candy. Like, sue me.
It is Halloween, so hold on.
Exactly. Careful, hot guys.
Got some candy right here.
Okay.
Stop it! Stop it! Go to bed.
I got this is a little goodie bag someone brought. I actually hosted a Halloween party myself this past Saturday.
Okay.
And yeah, someone ended up bringing me that. So I was like, okay, cool. But anyway, carry on.
No, nothing to say. I don't know. Hopefully, a hot guy from Publix will fall for me. To tie it all in.
Oh no.
I'm out here hunting. No, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what I'm looking for anymore.
Good L hunting.
Good L hunting.
There you go.
I love it.
Actually, speaking of hunting, I mean, I don't know what time of year people would do, but I feel like this is a pretty, because you think of turkeys, I feel like this is kind of hunting season too. Well, hunting season might be more spring. No? Is it this time?
Yep, right now. A lot of
32 days.
Turkey, deer. Hold on. Turkey, deer, duck, bison, buffalo, like elk, depending upon where you live. I mean, some people hunt bear. I don't know how and why, but there you go. But it's typically this time of year where they do a lot of hunting, a lot of it, and you'll see, you'll know because you'll see. Wow. Hold on.
Oh, I thought the cougars comment. Wait.
Wait. I don't. Oh, hunting.
Are we talking about older women going after?
You seal bear.
Yes.
We didn't. Yeah. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming. Hunting you. So PJ is hunting for cougars. All right, go for it. Have at it. Just make sure you get your shots.
I mean, come down to Miami Publixes, I guess, because you'll find a lot of them,
Oh, man.
Yeah, no, you'd find. Or like West Boca, for sure. Boca Raton. I know, but I know you're trolling, but just in case, keep that little nugget of information.
Boom. There you go. I was going to say that. I was going to say, you're trolling. You might want to jot down some notes because hell over here dropping hints on how to cheat on your test.
Cheat on your test.
Oh man, this is
because
awesome.
because the people down here, like they work out. They always have like great bodies. Like, granted, some of it's due to surgery, yeah, and it's just keeping it tight and working out, having trainers. So a lot of women look a lot younger than you think. So it's like, yeah, she's technically a cougar. Or I saw this one meme of like, I don't know, like there's like cougars and then like panthers and then like other types of like wildcats, but depending on like the age range. But cougars is like obviously the the universal term. But I don't know, you might find someone who's like 50, 60, and still looking.
There you go.
Looking great.
True.
Yeah. With a lot of money.
That was always nice too. Sugar mama.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Or it could just be because of her husband, but
Hey. Ain't no shame in her game.
Oh, the 30th. Wow.
Oh, thank you for that nugget.
Okay, that's awesome. November 2nd, 1983. And when was he assassinated?
69, I believe. Or it was in the 60s. Or 68 or 69. I forget which. I need to take a little nugget. This is a nice little.
Yeah. Because, I know Jay-Z was born in 69. Was that the same year? Jay-Z was born the same day Fred Hampton was killed. I know that, December 4th, 1969. But well, just think about it, like how many years it took. April 4th, 1968. Thank you. But just think about how many years it took to make, Martin Luther King Jr. Day a holiday. Because, by the time he was assassinated, he was one of like the most hated people in the nation. I believe the FBI was saying to like write some sort of note to make it seem like he killed himself because they did not want him alive, which was, sad and terrible. But
yeah,
I want to say it was Martin Luther King's wife, Coretta Scott, who, pushed and pushed and pushed to make it into a national holiday. Yeah, 15 years.
Oh,
you didn't see that, Toby?
Well, wait, you said 15?
From 1968 to 1983.
Oh,
yeah.
Gotcha. Between those 2 years.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, nice. Awesome. Thank you, President Manning, for the history.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah, always. Always. Always a pleasure. However, as we bring this plane down, we gotta end it. We don't want to, but we have to, because a lot of us have early mornings and.
Oh yeah.
We all got okay. That was an idea created by J. Edgar Hoover, who despised I'm okay for criticizing the FBI. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Edgar Hoover was like he was like the big bad. I feel like when it came to that, probably also Black Panthers, really like the COINTELPRO, all of that. J. Edgar Hoover he had a long career because even decades before that, he was involved with like, just like general like gangster like investigating certain gangsters apparently, and some of those like really notorious ones. I remember reading something on Wikipedia a few weeks ago. Like I forgot which gangster because I don't know how long of a career he's had because those gangsters, I feel like, are often popular during the Depression, 30s, 20s, 30s, 40s eras. And I don't know how long this man was in the FBI, but I'm going to have to look at it again. But he had a long career, but unfortunately he decided to spend. Okay, yeah, so it was those like Pretty Boy Floyd. Of course, you had like outlaws like Jesse. Who are the big ones? Bonnie and Clyde. I'm sure Jesse James as well. I remember just seeing that he was there and doing a lot of stuff involved with trying to take down those big gangsters, like Public Enemies. I think he was the one who helped popularize the term public enemy for like people who were already like wanted. I don't know. It was something interesting. Like I was just happened upon it on Wikipedia. I'm sure, Manny, you know much better than me, but I love it. I just love how you just have it off the top of your head like that.
I know, right? That is incredible.
Oh yeah. Alrighty. So,
yeah, thank you so much, Manny.
For real.
Yeah.
Thank you. But again, we got to bring this plane down. We got an early morning, but
gonna bring this plane down, but we're not gonna let it fall out of the sky.
No, I got a better idea for you, Manny. I got a better idea for you. If you want to do that, we have a place for you to submit your ideas as soon as I can find it. Where'd you go?
Our Discord.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say the
boom, 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 and no, here, bam. Let's see, copy. All right. Let's see. So if anybody is still watching, if you guys want to join our Discord, here's the link for that right here. And so that way, if you want to connect with us off stream in a more so, what's
personal?
the term on that? There you go. In a more so personal way. There you go. There you go. Use that link and join us there. And we also, hey, Whispering Eyes. Nice to see you to join us.
Yes.
But yes, that's our Discord. Check it out. We do have a section for feedback. And yes, the feedback channel. So if there's any kind of episodes, thank you.
very good actually, but I've not been actively. I wish I bought more when everything sunk, but I was kind of cash strapped, so I didn't do a lot of the buying of Bitcoin or Ethereum. Those are the two big ones that I actually consider like seriously. Well, kind of. Actually, no, that's not completely true because I definitely was doing a lot with Cardano, aka ADA. But I didn't buy nearly that one. I actually should have really invested in a ton because that one had insane gains. And Cardano actually has like a pretty good use case from what I've seen. Like it seems like a well thought of crypto. But then there's also the meme coins, which I will admit that I've gotten only one. I'm not out here in Shibu and whatever the heck Doge.
Yeah, no, I just put $20 in SHIB.
It just drops too fast, and I'm just like, I don't really know where it went.
I mean, I made like $30 though, so that's great.
Oh, look at that!
Yeah, I thought I bought it at a high too, but ended up getting higher. But I have it set for Polygon, Cardano, Bitcoin. I guess that's it. I used to have Litecoin set to like put money in weekly, but now just Bitcoin, Cardano, and Polygon I put money in weekly. Like it just auto generates.
Nice.
But yeah, no, Bitcoin's been doing really, really well like these past couple of weeks. Cardano, I don't know, but I have a feeling it's just like at a low now.
Oh, really?
Well, it's at 196. I'd consider that a low.
Yeah, I think relative to where it was like at 270 or something. Thankfully, all my buying of Cardano has been like under $2 anyway. Wow, okay. My portfolio is definitely up. Like
mine too.
Coinbase. Like last I saw it, it was like I won't say the exact number, but let's just say the leftmost digit went up by 1, and I was like, oh, okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, okay. Cardano is at 196, which should still be a net positive for me. I don't like how Coinbase doesn't show you average cost. Like, as all the faults that Robinhood has, at least it will show you the average cost, and it's very easy to see your profit. With Coinbase, you have to literally like
go in manually and do the math.
It doesn't make any sense, but
so you gotta sit there and complain. I wish I bought Solana though. I remember seeing it when it was not even that long ago. It was at like 67 or something, and now it's at 226.
Which one was that?
Solana.
I don't know.
I like Sol, but I remember seeing it, and I figured it's like, oh, that's really high. It's at like 60 something, and then now it's at 226. I was like, shit. I guess I should have, I don't know, bought at least one. I was buying Solana at $3. Holy shit!
God. See,
you're rolling in the dough. Then it's doing fantastic.
Right.
Okay, and Polygon. I actually bought Matic Polygon. I think when I first bought it, it was like 141, and then it was at 227, and then it had been like hanging in the 150 range, I bought a little bit more 146. Now it's at what 207. So I'm definitely net up there. And I didn't even buy that much of it. Like, I mean, like I bought an okay amount. Like, but compared to the people who are just dropping thousands of dollars and they're like making insane gains, I'm just like, dang. I wish I had done the melanated cryptocurrency. Yes.
There you go.
63,000.
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yeah, I actually don't own any Ethereum. I don't really know why. I guess I should have.
I haven't bought it recently, but like, that was one of the first ones I bought back in 2018. Unfortunately, that was like at the high. Like it kind of everything plummeted at the end of 2018, the really beginning of 2019. No, end of 2017, beginning of 2018. That was like the first crash, and I didn't buy more then because I was a broke college grad student. So if I had actually bought a lot at the low, I would be sitting really pretty right now.
There you go.
Like I'm still above where I was before, but it's only relatively higher because it was already so high. I think Bitcoin hit like 19K and then it crashed to like under 10K and it was just kind of there for a while. And now it's back up. But if I had really bought when that crash, now I'm checking my GM. I don't really invest in GameStop like that. AMC was actually the one I was trying to really get into. The AMC has been it's been okay. Oh, I actually went back up. I thought my AMC was still down, but I don't know. My portfolio was a really high at one point, but I think because Dogecoin crashed again. Okay, I see GameStop. Yeah, GameStop did go up. I haven't been invested as heavily in GameStop, honestly, so I haven't been taking advantage of these gains. But AMC was the one I was trying to more aggressively get into, and I've kind of stopped. So I'm just kind of like I have these like mini gains, and I'm like I could sell it all, or I could keep it and hope it keeps going. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is right now. Dogecoin is like. That's like really my main investment when it comes to these other altcoins. And it's done me pretty well, but I've also like not, I don't know. I kind of want to get out of it also because it's all Robinhood. I kind of just want to like ride it to like an insane high, like in the 40-cent range, or if it could hit 70 again, and then maybe sell it. Some people are convinced they'll go to $1. I don't know about all that.
I mean, I don't know. I guess if you want to do like the old Warren Buffett thing, just buy it and never sell. Like
for the rest of my life, right? And then pass it on to someone. But I don't know. I want to enjoy my gains. But I also want my money to make money.
There you go. True.
Yeah, but we do gotta call it a night, folks. We definitely do need to definitely have an episode on cryptocurrency again, NFTs for sure. Like,
oh man,
like we'll definitely have a special guest on for NFTs. I already kind of spoke to him about it.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I'll be working. Warren Buffett, bro. That should be a T-shirt.
Oh
man, I'm done. But yes, you guys, we gotta go. For those of you guys that are watching, for those of you guys that are watching us on Twitch, I'm going to send you off to a good friend of ours. She is also Yang Ganger. Name is Champagne Streams. She is streaming right now, so I'm gonna send you guys off to her. For everybody else, have a good night. We will catch you guys next week. Start this raid. There you go. Show her some love and let her know that the council sent you guys her way.
Did you post the chat for that?
Nope, it's already been done. Other than that, good night, you guys. We'll catch you guys next week. Same time, same channel, same lovely trio. You never know. Like Elle said, we may have a special guest. You never know. You just got to tune in. All right. Exactly. So we love you guys. We'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Yes.